Hello, hi everyone. This is Ismail Dabo, e-learning manager for East Riding College, and this is a true the Periscope session, and we concentrate on Adobe Captivate this morning. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us, but obviously there's nobody joining on this session. It should be just me and Danny, and probably talking about this great tool. So what is Adobe Captivate? Adobe Captivate is a way to create e-learning content, SCORM packages that you can place on a website or create a mobile application to serve as a learning tool where you can assess, where you can do a bunch of things really, like software simulations and or training guides and things like that. So it works out that it's accessible, or the content you are creating can be accessible through the net, as I said, through a website or through VLE or LMS, and yeah, it's a great tool. And so what we are going to do, I'm going to pass it over to Danny, and she will take you through the different aspects of Adobe Captivate. So Danny, up to you. So I'll place you as a presenter now.
Okay, thank you. Right, so probably the best thing for me to do is if I share one of my screens, and we'll start right from scratch.
Oh, hold on. I'll place your. It seems like you're muted.
How's that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
That'll be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can you start again, sorry?
Yeah, no problem. So I was just saying probably the best thing to do is maybe just start literally from scratch. So bear with me 2 seconds. If I can share my screen. Okay, everyone seeing that?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so we're just loading up Adobe Captivate for the first time. So when you're starting a new project, you need to be clicking on the new. Okay, and then you have lots of different options here. So responsive project, software simulation. You've also got video demos and things like that. So if you wanted to see what they've done, or you can start with a blank. I tend to always go for responsive project, and then it makes it easy for you to create mobile, iPad and computer screens, okay? So we'll click on there. Bear with it. Okay, and then you start with this screen here. So usually the first thing you sort of need to know exactly what you're doing. So if we were creating a quiz, for example, you really need to make sure that you knew all your questions and the answers and things like that, make sure that they're all ready. But if you were just I started by just messing around, you've got themes. So you can choose any sort of different sort of how you want it to look, or you can customize it. So you can make it look how you want to. And then you add your slides, generally. So you've got the content slides, you've got blank slides, you've got question slides, which are absolutely fantastic for making sort of interactive quizzes rather than just giving them a piece of paper. You can create some really, really good things with this. If I just go into question ones, for example, so you've got all different options. You've got multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, etc., etc. You can see it all there, and you can mix and match. So it doesn't mean that you just have to make a multiple choice quiz. You can make it all sorts of different things. Okay, so you just click and you would just say how many multiple choice questions you wanted. So say we wanted 5 in that one. And say we wanted a couple of true and false. Bear with me, my computer's been really slow today. Fill in the blanks. Hotspots, that's a really good one. So you can get some pictures in there, get them to sort of choose which, where the right read the right answers and things like that. So just set one of them, and then click OK. And then you'll see down the left-hand side there, they'll all appear. There we go. So it's added them all in, and it's already done for you. It's absolutely fantastic. So all you would need to do is just then type in your questions. I have no questions prepared.
Cool. Now, when it comes to creating the theme and the background and
Things like that, the best thing I've found is going to your master slides. So along here, so you've got your strip, which is your actual up and live running slides, but the master slides sets the theme for all of them. So if I was to put something in here, for example, let me insert an image for a background, for example. There we go. What am I doing? And that can just be set. You can actually see, as I put it on there, it's now changed them all. So it just saves a lot of time having to go into each individual one and sort it all out. You can just add that there. Also, you can sort of, let me find one of the questions. So on the master, you'll have all of them. You'll have all the blanks, you'll have all the quizzes, everything that you would ever use, and they're all there so that you can go in and just sort of process them. So say this multiple question one, if I didn't want to see it all, so say I didn't want the question title, I can literally just pick it up and just drag it out of sight. And same with like the review area. If I didn't want the learners to see that, I just drag it out of sight. And then you'll see when I go to the film strip, that's now been taken out of the multiple choice questions. Where's it gone? So I've taken it off. Same if, for example, I wanted to take the clear button. I didn't want that in there. I didn't want the back button. So you don't have to keep going and deleting them off every single slide. You can just make sure that you've got a standard master slide, and then it's free for you just to work from, which I think is a really great feature. So let me. I don't know if there's anything you want to add, Ismail, for that.
No, that's fine. I mean, that's a great overview of Adobe Captivate. A bit, I think, it's a bit in depth. I was not expecting to be such in depth, but well done on this, Daniel. Well done. So what we are going to do now, I'm to show you a few other bits and bobs on Moodle and some of the plugins. So I'll be presenting back to this, and then I'll be probably showing some of the Moodle plugins that I quite enjoy and I quite like, and not only me but as well as tutors and students, I believe. So without further ado, let me just share my desktop screen. So here we go. We are on the periscope screen here, and what I'm going to do is just select a different course. So a course that I can mess about. This course was created last year, so I can mess about with this course. So I'm into Moodle, and I can see that there's a fair bit of content here. But I will select, let's say, section 1 here, or section 0, where you have the title, and I'll just show you the extent of the different plugins that I've installed within the platform. So you do have quite a lot. You've got games and so on and so forth, and you've got NLN learning object as as a resource and bootstrap elements as well. But what I will start off with, I think the NLN learning object is quite nice. I'll start off with this. So what is an NLN learning object? Is a national learning network, I think, created by JISC. Is some SCORM content that are already created for you, so you don't have to create them. You just have to browse into the library of all the SCORMs and browse basically, and that plugins allow you to browse through this library. So as you can see here, I've got a little window coming up. Depending on the subject I want, or either is a vocational subject, so just psychology level 3, for example. And you can see that I've got a level of processing. Let's click on that. Come on. And you can preview it beforehand. So it shows like a normal PowerPoint. So it has objective. Some of them will have voiceovers. Some of them will have questions and so on. So I'll strongly suggest you test them out beforehand. And if you're happy, oh yeah, here we go, true or false. Here we go. So that one seems all right. I close this window, add to Moodle, and save and return to the course. And that will display as this icon over here. And that's how you create an LNN package. If you go into the Moodle website, moodle.org, you have all the list of all these different plugins I'm talking about. And they are here. So you go into plugins and compare to what you want. You have them there. And the one we talked about just now is NLN. And here it is, and it's available up to version 3. So there's a constant update on this plugin. Not constant update on the resources and the packages, but constant update on the plugin itself, which is really handy. Let me minimize that. Another plugin that I would like to share across the board is the accessibility plugin. It's a block that sits on the left-hand side of the Moodle page, and with that you can actually change the overall layout of the course. Even furthermore, you've got you can reset it like that. But you've got a launch at bar, and what it does, it creates or should create. Let's refresh it. Refresh the page. Should launch the bar. Here we go. So the bar is launched at the top here, as you can see. And what it does, you can select part of the text. Let's say like this, like so. And if I'm feeling lazy and I want someone to, a female voice to talk about it, I don't know if you could hear that, but it's a bit robotic, but you've got the idea. So any any sort of text you do have within the Moodle page, you can select it, and actually some robotic voice, a female robotic voice or male robotic voice will actually read it out for you. But it could be good for students and learners that are struggling with the web page and they probably cannot see it, or they do have, let's say, some sight issues, or you know. So I think this tool is great for that, for these students that are struggling to actually constantly look at the web page, and they need a different color tone to the one that you've got as a default, which is a plain white. So you can color overlay it like this. Let's say, you know, you ask for a student that complain constantly about how the page looks. You can overlay it to your need, just like that. So it's not a constant white, strong white on a constant strain on the eye. So you can do that like that. And you can increase obviously the font if it's, you feel that it's too small, like so. And I think you do have a dictionary. Here we go as well. So this tab and this plugin is absolutely brilliant. I quite like it. Let's launch it again. Let's put everything back to normal. There we go. I've not saved it, but yeah, you can save your progression and things if you want to get back to it. But yeah, I'll exit that and close that. That's fine. So this is the second plugin I wanted to actually talk about. The third one will be probably here. Let's go. The mind map. That's one that I would like to talk about because I like it. So what is a mind map? A mind map is a collection of different, let's say, ideas that you with your students, and that would be shared across, and it's branched out of different words. So let's say that we have a mind map about through the periscope with Danny. This instance. Mapping through the periscope test. Danny can help me out on this and allow to student edit my map on about liking, save and return to the course. So I'm on the top within this course, and you can see I've got a bulb showing, and I've got the through the periscope link showing. If I click on the through the periscope, you'll see that I've got Moodle in the center, which I can click twice and erase and change the title to through the periscope, for example. So we can you can click twice anywhere, and you should be able to set, I don't know, anything like Adobe Captivate. I mean, you've got the idea, and you can save that. You can save your progression. Be able to save that. So I think that's saved. But in the same instance, Danny, if you could try and enter into through the periscope.
Yep, bear with me. It's been really slow. Whereabouts are we? Sorry, my computer's been ridiculously slow.
That's fine. That's fine. I just want to test it out and see and show people that actually is a collaborative tool, and that sorry, that people can collaborate, and actually your learners can collaborate together and create something really nice, rather nice.
There we go. So I'm here. So
maybe if you can type in a node with Moodle plugin.
Another?
Yeah, Moodle plugin. So you have the little plus. Or don't tell me anything. Just do your thing, and I will find out.
I'm the top of my head here.
Right. So let's go into let's see. I still to add new note, press insert keyboard. You cannot edit the current mind map because user Danny Bromley is already editing it. Ooh. Okay.
So do I just press save, presumably?
So let me refresh. Oh, feedback, mind map. Brilliant. So
That was a bit too simple, that one.
but yeah, you've got the idea that multiple participants can actually participate into this at their convenience or within their time. We can unlock it and just carry on. And you can select different colors as well, color scheme, not just the black for the writing, but something different, and same as well for the overall look and feel about them. You can increase the size of it all like this if you wanted to. I mean, it's a great collaboration tool. And lastly, I think I will show you another activity, and it's the checklist activity. I quite like that one. It's a great one. So I'll do it as a test, and user can add their own item. So basically what a checklist is you can create anything you wish with this checklist. It can be a checklist for an assignment or a particular topic within the classroom, or if, let's say, a student has not given you some piece of work, or you want to check progression, or even attendance. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's just up to you how you want to create it and manipulate this plugin. So I'll go under user can add their own items. So if you want your students to add their own items, yes or no, that would be teacher only. Add the due date to calendar, so you can link it with your calendar. If you're using the calendar quite easily within Moodle, you can do that. And and yeah, if you want to grade them and so on and so forth. But I will click on save and display, and you can place it with date. We'll place with learners progression, for example. Add. You can see here I've got learner progression, and I don't know if I've got any students here. Probably I don't. That's why I don't have anything. Yeah, so view progress. Oh no, I do have a few. So I can have learner progression here, or I can add another one saying attendance, for example. If you don't have an attendance or register, I click add, register, registers, assignment, task 1. Readings, then add, and like this. So attendance, yes, they have attended, let's say, a session for a particular day. You can edit the checks here, and you can say yes for Christine, a yes for me, no for John, and no for Veronica, if not attended. You can say, oh yeah, within the assignment that yes, they've all submitted their piece online, like this. That yes, they've confirmed to me that they've done all their readings. Fine. I mean, you've got the idea, and then here we just say no and yes randomly, and probably one of a complete no. learner progression. No, they've not progressed yet. They've not finished the course, or something along them lines. Yes and yes. You save, and you can see it has a different set of colors. You can show progress bar, so it will show like this the amount of people that are more or less successful or attain what you want to attain within that checklist. You can see it as on a global manner like this. So you can see that the learner progression is a complete no-no, and like that. It's really good. It's a really good tool if you want as well your student to participate to it. So let's say you've set a task or an assignment or a task or homework, and you want to them to reply to you that yes, I've done my homework, and everybody can see it. So it's a tool that everybody can see as well. So let's go back into the main course here, on the main page. And what you could do, because the plugin comes into a variation. So you have the test here, but I could add a block here called checklist. And there's a checklist block that is created here. I click on configure this checklist block, and I checklist overview test. So that's the test one we want. I don't want an overview. I want the complete detail of it. I save, and here we go. On the side, let me turn editing off so you don't have all the different layout. You can see straight away here who is progressing, who is not, who is against your, obviously, your creation. But here on this instance is about registers attendance and the sort of option that I've selected. But you've got the idea that if it's just meant to be for reading or learning or a particular task that you're sharing across, and you give access to the student, I mean, you can see straight away who has done what and how and when as well. So I think it's a brilliant tool, and it gives an overview, and it could give as well a sort of competitiveness in between or among the learners, really. So let's say, oh, you know, I've completed that task before you, and they can see the progression, their visual progression like this. I think it's great. And then if you click on the name of the person, you can check what they've done and so on and so forth. But you've got the idea about the checklist. I think that's the last one I'm going to present on this webinar. Danny, is there anything else at all, or?
No, to be perfectly honest, I think it would be really nice to do another session about Captivate, because it is so huge, and there are so many different things on there. So you've got a real sort of brief taster of it there. And the plugins, they're new to me, those particular ones. So I'm happy.
Okay, that's brilliant. So I'll back to me. I'll stop the screen share. There we go. There we go. So yeah, no, it was a good little session that lasted what, half an hour, I suppose. I don't know how long we've lasted.
I think so.
But yeah, no, it was a good mini session, and I think this was an eye opener for what we can do. We could probably use this Google Hangout a bit more for a training session instead of us going into.
Definitely, yeah. You'd stay in our office. It's great.
But yeah, no, you've got the idea. Thanks again for listening and watching this through the Periscope video. I wish you all well. See you later. Bye.